And we're rolling.
Hello, my name is Mary Hughes. I'm a contributor for Around Kent Magazine. And today I am interviewing Bob Mayfield. He's a partner at the, I want to get this correct, North Water Brewing Company. And here's Bob. How long have you been in Kent? Because I know you're from there.
Yeah, I've been in Kent now for 22 years.
So you must like it.
Oh, I love Kent.
What do you like about it?
I can't imagine living anyplace else. First off, the people. It's a great group of people that live in Kent. You can become involved in the community. You know a lot of people. You don't get lost in the community. Secondly is the location. I can be in Akron in 35, 40 minutes. I can be in Cleveland in about the same amount of time. And both being larger cities, they have the benefits of the larger city, but you don't have to put up with the big city government.
Yes. And I like how you can just walk around town and meet your friends, and it's fairly safe and peaceful most of the time.
It's very safe, very peaceful. We now have Dora in town.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of entertainment going on in town.
And I like meeting outside and having a drink and eating.
Yes, eating, yes. Well,
There's
it's
a lot
all
of-
important.
There's a lot of good restaurants in town. When I say now, there were before, but there was a lull for a while.
Yes, and we have a nice selection of restaurants. If you can go fine dining to very casual dining.
And there's more ethnicities coming in.
Why, yes, it's a great selection of restaurants. You can find something for everybody.
How do you think business is doing after the COVID?
Well, COVID did sort of put a stop to a lot of things, and businesses, you know, a good number of them are recovering. We lost a few local businesses during COVID, but most of them, they're being replaced slowly. You know, and businesses have adjusted their hours, you know, modified things to make it a little bit more sustainable business. But it's getting back to normal.
Yeah.
It's getting back to normal. So it still has a ways to go, and I'm looking forward to that day when back to the old normal, if that ever happens.
And there's more events going on.
The events are back. Main Street Kent, the Crooked River Arts Association, Kent Chamber, all are doing a lot of great events, and they're back in full swing. We've had a good summer this year so far, and we have some other events coming up, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons to come visit Kent.
Are the people in the area coming in to town?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're finding, at least I'm finding, people are coming from further away than not just Kent. I mean, we've got people coming to eat here, to drink, the bars and breweries, to listen to live music, coming in from Talmadge, Cuyahoga Falls, Stowe, Akron, and also Ravenna, Ruttstown. You know, they're coming in from all over.
Yeah, I was thinking how I missed the Kent Fest, being a county, but there are a lot of other events that didn't used to be here.
Well, that's true, and Kent Fest hasn't been here for a long time.
Yeah.
The Kent Heritage Festival, which has
Yeah.
taken its place, came back a little last year and a little bit more this year, and they're, you know, that's in a, you know, people think the city of Kent runs that, and they don't. It's the Kent Area Chamber of Commerce, and it's all volunteer driven. And so it just takes a while to get the people back involved with it and get the ball rolling again with the Kent Fest, or Kent Fest. You see, I made the same mistake I guess I'm almost a townie now, after
Well,
22
yeah, it
years.
takes a while.
So, but the Kent Heritage Festival, and hopefully it'll be back, and every year it'll be bigger and better, and the fireworks will be bigger, brighter, noisier than ever.
I never noticed that I could see the fireworks from the house. It was like this one time we couldn't go down, and we realized, yeah, you could see them from a...
You can see
I
over
just-
the treetops,
Right
yes.
there, yeah, I just dragged my chair out. So that's kind of nice.
That's great.
Let's see what's my nose.
See, that's another thing, you know, here you are, you live close enough to downtown to see the fireworks. You're also close enough to downtown to walk downtown,
Yeah.
participate in all the things going on.
And you always see someone you know. You get to know the business owners, and then you get to know people. And so it's like you can be by yourself and never be alone.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it's just really nice to go places. I go to Troy to falafel and other Erie Street Kitchen and
We've got a lot of great, small, independent restaurants.
And-
We also have the chain restaurants scattered about, the fast food.
yeah.
And, but most of the restaurants downtown Kent are locally owned. So,
Yeah, and the Venice is still there.
And the Venice is still there, serving great food.
Yeah.
And, that's a good thing.
And Taco Tano's is different, but it's still there.
Oh, Taco Time is serving up.
Yeah. There's generations who don't know the original Taco Tano's. Boy, do I feel old.
Yeah.
Well, the university is important to Kent. How are they getting along?
Well, the university is very important to Kent, and the university is not like the university of 20 years ago. They are trying to work with the city. They have they're working hard in their community involvement because they realize that the Kent town is, when they sell Kent State University to an incoming student, they also are selling the town. So they want downtown Kent, they want all of Kent to be a thriving community. And so they are a lot easier to work with than they formerly were. They're doing programs like Kent Skates, which is downtown during the winter, and it's free skating, and they just signed an agreement to do that for next year.
I forgot that was a university.
Yeah, the university sponsors it, along with Main Street, the Kent Chamber, and I'm sure the Kent State Hotel also is a contributor, I believe.
I like the hotel.
The hotel
Hotel
is
is
a very nice hotel.
Yeah. They have a gallery.
They have a gallery, gives you a quick glimpse of, some of Kent's finest artists, nurtured by the School of Art, most of them, but it's good.
And the increase in new businesses, I just realized, also in a small way are increasing the arts in town too. Having the artwork on the walls.
Having the artwork on the walls, we're seeing more and more artwork.
Yeah.
Here at North Water Brewing, we have, a rotating gallery. It rotates out about once a month. Kent State Hotel, you have McKay Bricker. Kent State University has one of the first non-campus art galleries ever in the country.
Really?
They're a pioneer in that, and they've had an art
The one by McKay Bricker.
next to McKay Bricker,
Oh.
Kent State's downtown gallery. It started, I want to say, right when I came to town, about 2000.
Yeah.
It was starting.
Yeah.
It's had several locations, but it's doing very well where it is next to McKay Bricker right on Main Street.
And then we have the Standing Rock Gallery.
Yeah, the Standing Rock
With,
Gallery, yes.
Tropus.
Tropus, yes. Kelly does a very nice job in there, and her art is mostly on about a month's rotation.
Yeah.
And then, the Zephyr has some art,
Oh, yeah.
and a few other places. Even Taco Tantos has a little bit of art in there, in their small space. They managed to fit some art in.
And coffee shops too.
Oh, the coffee shops, yes.
Are there businesses that could be coming in that the residents here that are here all year round would use?
Quick and short answer is yes. Specialty foods. I know we have Pot. We have a little bakery, and we have another bakery coming to town. And I expect, other, food specialty shops coming to town.
A grocery store.
A grocery store, would be great. Is it economically feasible? Probably not.
No.
But maybe some variation. And one of the great things about Kent is it is like an incubator for, small businesses. Most of the businesses here are locally owned. They are not chains. Yes, we have the chain drugstores.
Oh, wow.
But we don't have a lot of retail chains, which is a good thing. People, why are they opening up this store? Well, this store, they might hit a home run in this store, and this will be the first pizza shop with only fish on it. I don't know, some sort of variation of a store, which being local, they can experiment, see what works, and then Halt, the smoothie
Yes.
store. It started out in Kent, and now they've got.
They started here in the
They started here in Kent, yes.
I did not realize that.
And you look at places like Woodsy's, which is probably the biggest, best music store in northeastern Ohio. And you have musicians that are coming from all over to visit Woodsy's.
Mm-hmm.
You have traveling musicians coming in, and they'll stop in some of their downtime and.
So I'm sure they come to Woodsy's, and then Akron has the
Earthquake devices.
Yeah, so that
Yes.
probably brings people in too.
So yes, and then you also have the Kent Stage. We're talking about bringing musicians in.
Oh, yeah.
The Kent Stage, fills up that theater, 650 seats.
And they do social charity events too.
Oh, they do charity events, but they're bringing people in from Medina, Canton, Cleveland, Youngstown, all over the place.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally amazed at, and that's a good thing, especially for our restaurants. That's why the restaurants are doing well. People are willing to take a risk. Hey, let's put a restaurant here. It's better than putting one in, another town where you don't have that big draw like we have with the Kent Stage. And also, we don't have the draw of the festivals either that Main Street Kent and the Chamber put on. It's a good thing. Kent is a vibrant community which is growing, not as fast as everybody wants, but hey, we're growing, we're getting there, we're, anchored in northeastern Ohio.
Yeah. I'm always thinking about art, having events to try to bring more art in town, like the Art Wine Festival.
Oh, the Art and Wine Festival.
And then there's the Arts Fest in the park.
Yes. We're seeing some of the local small offices and some of the second floors of the downtown businesses, converted into small little artist studios and things like that, which is great. It's, Kent, sort of ebb and flows. We have the musicians, and we have more live music now than we ever have. And it's the same thing with artists, the visual artists. We've got more of those now than we've had in years.
And is there a connection with the university as far as the arts go, music, stuff like that?
Oh, well,
Plays.
most definitely, because up on campus you have, in the music and speech building, there are plays, band performance. You have the Road Green Center for performing arts up there. You also have, well, besides, you have the big draws where everybody think, oh, the university, they draw in for football and basketball and that. But, Kent State University has a couple galleries on campus. They have student art shows. They've got a little art store right there on campus. And, it's all good. And everybody helps each other. A couple more galleries in town, I think, would be great. Just to, put us on the arts map.
Yeah.
And, another thing which people don't realize is the art school generates a lot of artists. A lot of the artists, they don't stay in Kent. We've got alumni from the art school all over the country, but especially in Cleveland and Akron. It's
Yes.
just amazing. The artists are, and they know the art scene here in town, and
Yeah.
they're talking up Kent, and so it's the art community is going to grow.
Yeah.
So
Because we're even connected with the art in Cleveland and Akron and Canton,
Oh, yes.
Youngstown.
they all work together.
Yeah. This year's shows.
Yes.
But is there anything else about the city that you think isn't happening?
Well, that's a very good question. I would like to see more Class A, even Class B office and research space being developed in this town, so that the graduates from Kent State who have a great idea, they don't have to move to Cleveland or Akron to come up with space for their new business going. We educate the people here. I'd like to somehow keep them here close to the university. One, it helps the university out and utilizes the research.
Does Kent have enough places for people to live, houses?
No place in the country has enough places. It seems like, there's always a shortage of affordable, decent housing, on the low end of the economic scale. But then, on the high end of the economic scale, it used to be most of the professors and everything, lived in Kent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you're seeing professors and owners of some of the businesses, they're living in Hudson, Streetsboro, Solon, Chagrin Falls, and so, we could use housing of all different kinds. We could use senior housing also. There's a shortage of senior housing, and senior housing around the college campus usually
No, we're going to be senior
very
housing
well.
pretty soon.
Well, we all are, hopefully, knock on wood. So,
And I love the train.
Oh, we have the trains going through. It's going through. It's, we have two major lines going through Kent. The lower line, which I think is the Conrail line, there are 20 trains a day going on that one, and they're big, long trains. The upper tracks is a short line coming out of Akron and feeding the businesses between here, Akron, and going out to Ravenna. So, and we're seeing that pick up also, a few more trains.
So this was a fun conversation.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Mary, and enjoy it.
Here's for 40 more.
40 more, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.